1. Hello, everybody. My name is Luketheanimator, and welcome back to another Skyfactory with the man of many hats.
The man
Kevin
of many
Hats.
hats! You're on fire! We're on fire!
Yes, I am. We are. And you know what's happening today? We are wearing a theme on our heads today.
We sure are. Plants!
Very planty. Yes. And you know what that means?
Magical
We're
crops!
getting started in magical crops.
Yeah!
Let's get it. Let's get this bread, or rather, let's get these diamonds.
Yes.
I don't know. That's what the people on Twitter are saying nowadays. Let's get this bread.
Bread?
What is this like? I don't understand it. It's new age code. They're speaking in terms that I don't.
It's new age lingo. Alright, so,
Kids nowadays.
yeah, Magical Crops is a really great mod. I can't say enough about it. It's just super awesome. It lets you make, like, a crap ton of crap all over the place. So I think the goal by the end of this episode is to have some Yellorium going through our magical crop system. So
now to catch you guys, this big reactor here, this is what we've been using to power up our ME system. In case you've missed any episodes, if you haven't, great. Ding the bell or you're a dingus.
Ding the bell!
That is an unrelated point. You guys know that we've been using this big reactor, and we've been powering it up with Yellorium. And we even have, like, backup ingots just in case one of us accidentally leaves it up overnight. However, we wanted to get into magical crops because it would be a great way for us to get large quantities, because currently the amount that we're getting from these alloy smelters is not enough to support our current energy needs.
right.
Matter of fact, our energy buffers are looking pretty good. The heat's kind of
Yeah, we'll
just
solve
realized
that
that
whenever we get Gelid Cryothium. What?
The core fuel status is at 100, but 0.5 depleted.
Oh, yeah, the core fuel stats, that's how much fuel is in the reactor. So we have it so to where it automatically exports, and it makes this cyanite stuff, which will come in handy later. But for right now, it's useless.
Like, textured.
Yeah, so for right now, it's useless, so we're just going to dump it into the computer. Anyway, as I was saying, our goal should definitely be to make Yellorium seeds. So, if you open up NEI and you type in Yellorium, you'll notice that there's Yellorite seeds. Or type in Yellorite, you'll notice that there's Yellorite seeds from Magical Crops. If you look up the recipe for that, it takes Minicio seeds and Imperio essence with Yellorium ingots. Now, you might be saying, gee, Devin, how do you get all of this fancy stuff? All this fancy schmancy stuff? Well, I have a little secret for you. It's called the Infusion Stones.
Infusion Stones. I was wondering when we would get into that.
Yes, and you can make an Infusion Stone with pretty much any higher tier valuable item. So you can either use a block of gold or a diamond or an emerald and surround it with Minicio, and it will give you an Infusion Stone. So go ahead and craft one of those, would you?
To kind of catch you guys up, these Infusion Stones go up in tiers, so to speak. You know, you start out with Minicio to Accio, and then Accio to Crucio, Crucio to Imperio, Imperio to Zavicio, and Master Infusion is the last one, which is Infinite.
Yes, Infinite.
Or Infinite, I guess. Infinite is better to say.
It is.
Yes. Okay. Infusion.
So we're going to have to start out with just a weak Infusion Stone. and we're gonna have to go through magical crops to work ourselves up to the master infusion stone. See, this version of magical crops is a whole lot better because in order to get the second infusion stone, you have to have like nature essences, and in order to get the third one, you have to get like valuable essence bits, and then the fourth one you have to get like unstable ingots and a nether star, and then the master infusion one is like a combination of really hard to get things. So this version of magical crops is pretty well balanced. But for right
Have you
now,
already? I was gonna say, have you already grabbed it? But you already did.
yeah, for right now, the weak infusion stone is more than sufficient. Actually, it's not more than sufficient. It's barely sufficient. It's
Eat your
barely
own words.
sufficient to get us along.
Eat them.
So basically, in order to make the dust that we need, the Imperial Essence, we're gonna have to. Oh, geez. We're gonna have to craft. It's 4 Minicio Essence for 1 Accio Essence, 4 Accio Essence for 1 Crucio Essence, and 4 Crucio Essence for 1 Imperio Essence. So what is that? That would be 4 to the power of 4, which is 4 times 4 is 16 times 4 is 64 times 4 is 256 times 4, which is 1028. Did I get that right?
That sounds about right. That sounds right.
So
Let me just do a quick checkerino. 4 to power of. Right. Wait. How do I do that on this? I gotta change the type, I guess, to scientific.
I think that we have enough Minicio, definitely, to just go ahead and craft up everything that we need.
Yeah, 1024. You were right. Yeah, I
Oh,
agree.
awesome. I love math. It's the best. It never betrays me.
It betrays me. I don't get what you're talking about. It's dumb. Stupid. I'm kidding. This is pretty crazy, though. So I'm wondering, do you want me to be over here with one recipe and then you over there with the other?
Um, yeah, that could work.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
I would have to look up infusion in the MEI if you
Uh-oh.
put it in there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what's the matter?
I already ran into a roadblock.
Oh.
I have to have a regular infusion stone in order to craft the next tier of essence.
Right, and we need. Oh, dear lord.
It's okay.
We need any of these essences on here surrounding the weak infusion stone. Nah, that's great.
It's okay. I crafted 3 weakened fusion stones, and I crafted probably the necessary amount of Accio essences in order to go up to the next level whenever that happens. Now I just need some seats. It's a good thing I got this farm up here. Bam, 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 bam. Right click all the seeds, get all the seeds. I got 7 seeds. That's not nearly enough seeds.
Alright, so Devin, I've got something pretty awesome to show you that I didn't even realize until earlier.
Yes.
So, what I want to show you is I want you to look inside the terminal. You see on the third tab, we have an achievement book, right? It's not really belonging to anyone, mostly because I had 2. But what we do is we take one of these and we put it in the crafting terminal. Underneath it, we fill it up with 6 planks and we get an achievement stand. Now, what this does, I want you to come over here
Oh.
to our living room.
Uh-huh. Put it next to this desk.
When I place this,
Oh.
when I place it down, what we do is we go up next to it and right click it, and
Oh.
we don't have to have we don't have to have separate achievement books anymore. We can just fill it in
Nice.
at the same time live just from this one.
Nice. Oh,
So
you know
that
what
makes
I
this
can
much
see from
easier.
this? Use a sprinkler to water a farm. Does not work on magical crops. So, yeah.
Oh. Oh shoot, and we've been planning that it was gonna work.
Whatever. We'll just leave it. I don't care.
Right. Well, I guess what we could do is we use that as just a regular planter box or something.
Yeah. Okay,
All right.
so
So
I've got
Age of
7.
Exploration. Sorry.
So yeah, I've got 7 of these seeds. So if I just put this in the crafting table and then surround it with Minicio essence, it makes Minicio seeds.
Minicio seeds.
Yes.
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 Right. So we can grow Minicio this way.
Yeah, we could grow Minicio, but more importantly, we can grow the necessary essences that will be required to go to the next level of crops. So if you look up snowball and look at the recipe for a snowball, you can see that in order to make a snowball through magical crops, you need water essence and air essence.
Right.
Now, we can make this recipe for water seeds and air seeds. So we'll just do that in the computer real quick. Bucket. I can has a bucket. Can I has bucket? Bucket of water.
We have 4. We got. Oh wait, we don't have.
I took a bunch of them.
Oh, I didn't realize you had already left. I was still sitting here at the, at the crafting terminal. Like, I don't see it. Oh, I see. We make water seeds this way.
Yes, sir. Water seeds.
So do we use empty buckets for the air? Because I can't foresee. I just don't understand how we would be able to get.
I got air seeds now. It's in this crafting terminal right here. Just look at it.
Oh, we're just using glass bottles.
Yep, glass bottles. Glass
get air seeds that way.
Yep.
Which means we can grow water and air essence, which means that we've got snow, pretty much.
Yeah, we have the makings of snow.
We're there. We're there.
So, can you look into the computer, find a hoe, and hoe up all that grass or that yard up there? And I'm gonna pop these into the planter, and it's gonna start planting.
I have to enter in from the top.
Okay.
I can't understand why the sprinkler wouldn't work on these things.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's weird. But oh well.
We might just be able to get machines with watering cans and use it like that.
All right, there we go.
Maybe there's a specific type of sprinkler that we can use.
The planter has already planted it.
This is nice.
Yes. Now, we can speed up this process by getting a water bucket, or I mean a watering can. So I'm going to go into there, and I'm going to find where our watering can is. And I'm going to water him. I'm going to water him.
Are you?
I am going to water him. I'm going to do it.
I'm going to watch.
Here you go. There you go.
I see you watering.
You plants, you're going to be watered. You're gonna do things.
You hear that, plants? Grow. Grow like you haven't grown before.
Oh, and
they're growing
it's
like they haven't grown before.
This is a water crop. This thing should be set to harvest anytime. Oh.
Ouch.
Oh, I made a mistake, Luke.
Oh, what's the matter?
these these farms are 9 by 9, right? And
Yeah.
if I get the precision sledgehammer,
Uh, please tell me this is not bad news.
oh Luke, it's awful news. It's just the worst news ever.
Oh,
It's the
I
worst
hint
news.
sarcasm. Oh, this is good.
Okay, here you go. Here's my precision sledgehammer. So, oh, I sucked it
Lag.
back up. There you
Oh,
go.
you
I have my magnet
okay,
on.
not bad.
There you go. There's my precision sledgehammer. Just hold that. Do you see where the
I
outlines are?
see.
Yeah.
Oh, that is okay.
Yeah. So, good news
That is a
is
big
there's a
bad.
way to fix that.
We just move this over, right?
No, we need to make upgrades for all of these machines. So I'm gonna need 12 upgrades
Right.
for what is it, at mine factory?
Let's
Factory.
see. At mine
I'm
factory.
gonna need 12 iron upgrades. And all
Iron
that is
upgrades.
raw plastic, redstone, some gold, and iron ingots. So we should be able to make 12 of those, no problem. Lickety split. Here you go, Luke.
Okay, that one's.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You want to take half of these, and you can put them into the harvesters, and I'll put these upgrades into the planters. Yeah,
Okie doke.
that way we can get our upgrade on.
We just need to get one for each of these harvesters, right?
Yes, sir.
I like the design, so that way this is like it is very well organized, I will say.
Yeah, I tried my best.
I mean, it works because like it the way that it's designed, it makes sense. So that way, one one set of pipes will work for two sets of harvesters, which
Yeah.
it's smart. I would have done it the hard way, where it's like two sets of pipes or something.
So,
Yes.
Luke, you know I have a job, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sucks. Anyways,
I know.
what's
I
your
would like to
point?
just play Minecraft all the time too. Um, so
You gotta go soon.
no, no. What?
Okay.
No, I work in the daytime during the weekdays, so I'm free on the weekends. It's fine. Uh,
Well, no, I mean, I was just okay.
so I have a funny story actually, and I want to share it with you. Uh, so I work at the construction business there in Salem. Um, not gonna say any names or anything, but
Right.
um, and
Ow, ow,
one of my yeah, be
ow, ow.
careful of those. One of my jobs is that I have to take phone calls from customers, and I have to enter their information into the computer and set them up for appointments to for inspections and whatnot. Right?
Right.
Following me so far?
I'm with you, Chief.
Awesome. So, whenever we ask people for their information, I of course have to get their name, I have to get their spouse's name, and I have to set them up with an appointment for a time that both the spouse and the person who called in will be there for the inspection. Because, and there's a legitimate reason as to why we need two of them there, it's because the inspector, uh, we want to have both parties present whenever the inspector goes over the results of the inspection with the customers, and it seems reasonable, you know. So
It makes sense. That way, there's no disputes, and
yeah,
in case something comes up, both of them will have heard uh, what
yeah,
what the inspector has to say about
yeah.
the
That way they're
inspection.
both getting the same information. There's no like miscommunication or anything. So let's do a little bit
Gotcha.
of role play.
Um. Okay.
All right, I'll be
Uh.
me, okay, and you will be a person who needs a roof inspection done, and you are married, and your significant other cannot be around on the date of your other person cannot be around on the date of inspection. Okay,
Okay.
and go.
Um.
Okay, so you're calling me now.
Ring. Ring.
Hello, thank you for calling Johnson and Johnson Construction. My name's Devin. How can I help you today?
Hi. I got like insert random problem with my roof here, and I need. Can you send someone over to check it out?
Absolutely. I just need to get a few bits of information from you. Namely, can I have your first and last name, please?
First name Luke, last name Hill.
Alrighty. And could I also get your wife's name, please?
Um, First name Jennifer, last name Hill.
All right, thank you very much. And this is going to be a residential or a commercial property?
Residential.
Residential. Alrighty. Um,
I seem pretty confident. I'm not.
Alrighty. Let me just
Yeah,
pull
it's
up my
residential.
calendar here and see when the next available appointment that we have. I'm looking on the calendar, and it seems like I have an appointment, or I have an opening in my calendar with Russell Sanderson on March 5th, 2019. Would you be able to make that? Is that going to be an okay date with you?
Yeah, I'll be free.
Awesome. Now, you and Jennifer, do you guys work days or nights mostly?
I work days. She works nights. We're kind of on separate schedules.
Oh, I see. I see. Um, well,
Like
if
two ships passing in the night, so to speak. It's a
yeah,
sad story.
if I were to schedule um the inspection for hmm 1 p.m., do you think you would both be able to be there?
That'll be just about the time that she's heading off to work, I think.
Okay. Um, well, unfortunately, it would look like I have to schedule for just a time for one of you to be there. We kind of like both parties to be there so that we get the same information, but no worries. I'll just schedule. I'll put it on the schedule for only one party to be available. And but you will be available at 1 p.m., correct, sir?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, awesome. Alrighty. Russell Sanderson will see you on March 5th at 1 p.m. Thank you for very much for choosing Johnson and Johnson Construction. You have a wonderful day.
All right, you too.
All right, so that was
Bye.
pleasant, wasn't it? That was nice and pleasant.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So,
So, oh,
well, there's a few problems that I have with the script overall. Like, first of all, um, my boss wants me to be very explicit where, like, if it's a man on the phone, ask for the wife's name. If it's a woman on the phone, ask for the husband's name. Okay? Personally, I think that we should say spouse because some people aren't married. Some people are lesbians, okay? Some people don't bend to
right.
that conventional thing, right? So that's neither here nor there, but I have to say it anyway, and it works both ways. Well, not today, but a couple days ago, I got a phone call
Oh
from
boy.
a woman, and
Okay.
I
I'm
went
seeing where this is
through,
going.
yeah, I went through the same exact series of questions. Okay, same series of questions that I would do for anything. I set up an appointment. I said, "Hello, my name's Devin. I work for Johnson Johnson Construction. How can I help you for today?" And she's like, "Well, I need to set up an inspection." I'm like, "Okay, well, how'd you hear about us? What's your husband's name?" Um, and she was kind of like, "My husband's name is John." I'm like, "Okay. Um, well, it seems that I have an opening available in my calendar for so and such a date, um, at at 3 p.m. Do you think that you and your husband would be able to make that appointment?" And she goes, "Why does my husband need to be there?" And I said the same thing. I'm like, "Well, we generally like to have both parties be at the location so that the inspector can give both individuals the same information." And she goes, "Actually, you know what? I think you can cancel my appointment because I'm not a dumb woman." And I'm like, "Whoa."
Wow.
That could not have been
Wow.
further from my intent. My intent could not have possibly have been misconstrued any further. Like,
Right. Right. Like, what the heck?
like she just went from zero to flip me out and call me a misogynist
Seriously.
in 2.5 seconds.
Right. You didn't even do anything. You were just trying to go about your day, doing your job, doing what you do all the time. And I've always hated it whenever, customers think that they're. I mean, I get it. Sometimes the customer is right. And a lot of those slogans, that companies have, it's always, follow what the customer needs. But sometimes you get that one customer who's just like, I think I just want to be an asshole today, and I want to piss off this guy who's clearly done nothing wrong to me. You know,
Dude, trust
I've
me.
never understood that. Who wakes up in the morning and says, "I'm going to make the decision today to go." For instance, I want to go to Kroger and order these things, and I'm going to see if there's something there, and if it's not in stock, I'm going to throw a hissy fit and say that they need to get fired because apparently just because they're on cashier means that they need to stock. It's like it's ugh,
Trust me, dude.
so
I've been in customer service for like 6 years. I used to work at a gas station. I got promoted. I was the manager of a gas station, and let me tell you, like after that long of working with the public, I hate people. Like it's bad. Like I'd walk in,
hate people.
yeah, I'd walk in to
I
work
mean,
some
I get
days
it.
and people I walk in with 100% positivity. I'd go in there, I'd do my job, and then like three customers in, I'd be like, "You know what, screw this place, I'm gonna go home, screw you guys, I hate
Right,
everybody,
right.
I
You're
hate
ripping your hair out
everything."
by the time that happens.
It's
And
pretty bad. I
you're
think,
ripping your hair out, and it's like, for what? Like,
yeah, and
you don't deserve that.
I think that it must be a specifically English Western American thing to do as well, because as far as I know, every other culture treats their cashiers with respect. So,
I I mean, yeah,
yeah,
it's just crazy. Like, I've never understood it.
yeah.
But I mean, each to their own.
So, yeah, that's my
Um,
round of crazy stories. Luke, do you have any crazy stories?
do I have any crazy stories? Not necessarily. I mean, I know that my sister would probably have more to say about that kind of stuff. Never really experienced any of that myself.
Oh, does your sister work in customer service?
I tried to set it up to. Yeah, she's the person I was talking about with the Kroger thing.
Oh,
She's working at Kroger currently, and
right.
it's crazy.
Well,
I
bring
don't
her
know
on.
why. I tried to set this up so that way this is right.
Bring her on. I wanna
She
complain to her.
she there's a bunch of things that, like, she'll just go there and she'll be like, no, I automatically just don't want to be here today, because she already knows that it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Like now, mind you, it's not as bad as whenever you get that one random person in the call.
Mhm.
Like that's I think even worse, because you're calling them in the comfort of their own home and they feel attacked. But out in public, it's okay to feel attacked that way.
Yeah.
Or at least it makes sense.
Right.
In But I don't remember what these. It's mostly old ladies who do it over there.
Mostly
Like
old
she'll
ladies.
just be right. They're like wanting to look for these brands that they had just run out of stock on, and they'll be like trying to get trying to get her to lose her job over it, and she didn't even do anything. She's like, you know, I, I'll get the manager on it, and they'll be like, don't bother. I'm sure the manager will tell me way more than you. Always thinking, hey, maybe she's not smart.
Mm.
But then they get the manager. The manager says exactly what she's trying to say, and she's just sitting in
Mm.
the background like, I told you.
Yeah.
And then whenever they leave, you want to like drink all of the wine that they have, and then just leave.
You want to drink all of the wine. Why is the rum gone?
Right? Where's the rum gone? Why is the rum gone? It's crazy. You all come into this Kroger, right? And they're all sitting there. And they're just like, hey, where is this item? Why is the rum gone? I'm just sitting there like, it's not my fault. I should have stuck it. It's not my fault.
It's not my fault.
It's never Captain Jack Sparrow. Whoa.
Oh, yes. Perfect.
He just falls off the ledge behind him. He's like, I'm okay.
It's not my fault the rum's gone.
Right. Elizabeth, hide the rum.
Hide the rum.
Hide the rum. It was funny too, because she was just like there. It's me, Elizabeth, and he goes, Elizabeth, and he looks over. He goes, hide the rum. It's crazy. It's like
Yeah.
I never noticed that. I never noticed that they were really that. They paid that much attention to detail until I rewatched it.
Right.
I saw the meme for it. It's great. It's fucking amazing.
He never forgot.
There's a right. Yes. You saw. I shared that on Facebook.
Yes, I did. I think I saw. I know what you're talking about. Yes.
If it wasn't from me, it was probably from Alex sharing. But I know it was one of us.
Wait, what?
You never tried it? My mom just came in. She handed me this plate of like mixed avocados and toast, and I'm like, okay, never tried it before, but cheers.
Luke, don't you dare. Luke, don't go to the avocados. Don't submit to the avocados.